All right, well, we're back. I don't know what happened. The stream literally just died for some reason. And it wouldn't let me restart the other stream, so that's kind of a mess. Well, hopefully everyone can find their way back, but let's see here. Can I get shareable link? Oh boy, this is a mess. My channel. That sucks. Let's see. Yahoo's back. Is that the same URL? I don't know. It made me create a new stream. So, sorry to everyone. I don't know what happened. It literally just dropped and my internet was working just fine. So, I think YouTube maybe just had a hiccup or something. But, yeah. What was I doing? Wiring up all these faction nodes here. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Oh well. Oh well. That's how things go sometimes. Hey, welcome back, Python. Hopefully everyone else finds their way back, but yeah, it's kind of weird. YouTube won't let you, like, if your stream dies, you can't, like, just reconnect to that same stream. So I think that's probably the benefit of doing something like Twitch instead of YouTube. I think you could probably just resume a little bit easier, but okay. So all of those faction nodes are set up. Hey, Renaud. I'm good. How are you doing? Okay, so we've got the entity died event going on, and then what do we need to do? Okay, so now I was creating that blood passive, right? So I think this is pretty much going to work. So blood golem passive definition. Oh, I need to rename this to, right. Let's rename this to Blood Golem Passive. I think the naming is really important for... Uses the name of the scene in some places, so everything has to follow the same pattern. So that's how it goes. Okay. What are we working on today? Well, so I have this bleed status in my game. Whoops. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a player passive that will spawn a blood golem whenever an enemy that's bleeding dies. I think that'll be pretty cool. Okay, so the way that we're going to do that is we're essentially going to say game events.instance.connect. Actually, do I need to do connect? I can just do entity died plus equals on entity died on entity died, and we're going to do that entity died event. Cool. And so now we have to do a little bit of filtering here. One of the things that we need to filter is we need to say only if an entity is an enemy. So we want to say, okay. So let's say var entity is equal to entity died event dot entity. If entity dot get first node of type faction component. If it's not equal to faction.enemy, then we're just going to return out of this, so we don't want to do anything. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Well, this is the part where we're going to spawn the blood golem. So this is actually going to be really simple. Well, the blood golem's not going to be simple, but spawning it is going to be simple. But for now, I'm just going to do something. I'm just going to print gd.print yep. And we're going to see if the output is yep in the console here. Okay. So now the way that we're going to test this is we're going to do a couple things. We're going to add passive. Oh, I can't do that. Can I? Let's give myself the worm gun. Welcome back, Jack. Sorry for the stream interruption. I always print yo. Yeah, that's one of my go-tos as well. That's one of my go-tos as well. Let's see. Let's give myself the worm gun. Give myself the worm gun. Okay, so that will give me bleed. And I'm going to do add passive blood golem. That broke for some reason. Why did that break? Cannot instantiate script because the associated class could not be found. Okay, I think I reset it up, so let's see if this works now. Add passive blood golem. Why is that not working? Oh, did I not rename it? Yeah. I gotta rename it to blood golem passive there. Okay. Alright, so that looks like it's working, and so now I just killed a couple enemies, and I've got 3 yep prints right here. So that means that it's working. Okay, so let's commit this as like initial blood golem work. Actually, let's do, yeah, initial blood golem work and entity died global event. Okay, we'll commit that, and then let's go into a sprite. I'm going to create a new file. These blood golems are going to be really small, so let's create that. Let's save this entity, new folder, blood golem. All right, and of course, the blood golem needs to be I'm thinking of making him just like a little potato like this. And I'm just going to throw it in-game real quick. I'm going to throw it in-game real quick just to make sure that this is indeed going to look good in terms of the size. Oh yeah, that's a good size right there. So we'll use that as our base size, and then we're gonna figure out how to make this little dude look. So I'm thinking maybe give him like bulbous eyes or something. Something ridiculous like that. You're gonna have to bear with me here while I figure out what this guy's actually gonna look like. Okay. So right now I'm just kind of like playing around trying to see if anything sticks out to me. Make him a little bit round and pudgy. He probably needs to look like he has lumps or something. Which I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do. Nope. How are we gonna make him look like he has lumps? Oh my goodness. That looks terrible. What happens if I just do like another... I just do another one of these, and then I'm gonna like surround him in particle effects too, so I guess it doesn't need to be like that impressive. Okay. I can kind of see where it's going now. Got some kind of like ripples in him. Among Us. Welcome, Oscar. Welcome, the Ducks Dev. How are you doing? Perhaps this needs to be... Oops. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know how I'm feeling about this one. Might need to take a different approach to him. He's kind of cute, but... So we'll expand this by 1 pixel. Whoops. And then we're going to border... Whoops. Border 1 pixel. I think what he's missing is like some big chompers, you know what I'm saying? So we give him like some big chompers and then make him look a little bit meaner. Which I actually don't know how to do. That kind of works. All right, let's see if we can get big chompers. Big teeths. Too big. It can't be the same colors as eyes either. Okay, well, we'll just use yellow as a placeholder. Nope. Okay. I don't know about this one. Hey, Mattness, thank you. Just found your channel 2 minutes ago. Love your work so far. Thank you. BB-8 vibes. Oh yeah, that's true. Cow eggs, I see it. Thanks for pointing me to your repo for Godot utilities. Definitely going to use that node attribute. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Renaud, for the... I don't know what currency that is, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Looks like a walrus. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know, like, what should I theme the blood golem after? Maybe, let's see what happens if I thin him up a little bit. This is usually how making my art goes, is I just fail until something clicks. You know what I could do? Maybe make it more like a blood slime. Make him go along the floor. Now it looks like he has sunglasses. That's kind of cool, though. I might, you know, I could just give him sunglasses just to be, like, ridiculous. The blood golem with the sunglasses scooting up to you. This game is supposed to be goofy, so I'm not opposed to giving him sunglasses. Okay, let's see. Could also outline the sunglasses in black. Little goggles. Oh, that's cool. I actually like the goggles. Oh, this guy is turning out to be so dumb. That's really dumb. I love it. Goggle, blood golem. Reals. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. A walrus with goggles on. Yes, sir. Try to feel fast whenever I'm doing, but it ends up being slow. Yeah, you do. Honestly, one of the biggest life hacks you could, I think anyone could ever adopt is just like go into something like and just immediately fail. Just be like, I'm just going to throw some spaghetti at the wall and I know that it's going to create a mess, but it's in that mess that you learn something and then you just keep doing that. Just make a mess of your whole kitchen. All right, the metaphor's been taken too far, but I'm serious. Like, just dive into something. Don't worry too much about being ridiculous and messing it up. Actually, you should be looking forward to doing that because that's when you learn the most, in my opinion. 10 SAR equals 266. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Never too late. Noise sunglasses got there. Thank you. Chad Gollum. Yeah. He's cute. I love him already. See? Look at that. Just messing around with a little bit of art for a while. Make something that accidentally looks like sunglasses. Roll with it. And now everyone loves him because he's cute. Goofy guy energy. Oh, yeah. I have that problem too, Python. Yeah. I have the problem of, like, really disciplining myself and making sure that I'm not wasting energy refactoring something that isn't super pressing. So I know exactly what you're saying. I'm just gonna shape this up a little bit more. That's probably fine the way it was. Actually, yeah, that's probably better. Now the question is, do we give him like little hair? Right? We'll see what the audience thinks. Hair or no? Now he's a real Chad. Blood golem. So dumb. What do you guys think? Hair or no? Oh, mohawk would be cool. Yeah, I could do a mohawk. Let's see. I am going to save that little hairstyle there. I could also, like, it's probably not worth the time, but I could give each of them little different hairstyles. If I was a little bit, if I had a little bit more time, I'd probably do that. All right, so let me just get his head back in place here. Okay, so Mohawk golem is gonna be ridiculous. I don't even know. Oh, should it be side view like that? No, it probably needs to go like around the head like this, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mohawk's a little bit too high. I think I need to taper it down like that. Maybe maybe we'll make it a different color too. Oh my goodness. The Mohawk golem. Maybe I'll just trying to figure out where the best place to position this is. There we go. Maybe something like that. What do you guys think? You like it? It looks like an alien rather than a golem. Yeah, that's true, but he's too great. Too great to ignore. Now the question is, do I add little streaks like that? Or is that too much? I kind of think maybe just around the base here. I don't know. Does that look enough like a mohawk? Oh, I forgot to put this on its own layer. Oh well. Let's see what it looks like with the outline. Want to hang out with him? Could try to follow it around more at the back, maybe. This is a big mistake. I don't feel like fighting him now. Well, you won't be fighting him, and he's actually your ally. Mohawk brings it to the next level, yeah. 10 out of 10. I got 2 10 out of 10s. Dang. Maybe half streaks going up. Half streaks. I don't know what half streaks are. I'm like the least, do I want to look up Mohawk half streaks? Is that gonna... I don't know what that means. I'm not fashionable. Chad Golem with the mohawk. A beard? Alright, now you're taking it too far. It's not gonna be a beard, it's gonna be a goatee. Oh no. Did I make another mistake? Does that look like a goatee at all? Oh my goodness. What have you all put me up to? Just kidding. Half lines. Yeah, I don't think I have enough room for detail. Oh, maybe that'll work. This should be the game icon. It could very well be the game icon. We will see. and just play with this shading a little bit. I mean, this guy's going to be squashed and stretched beyond all imagination while he's traveling, so I don't think it's too... I don't think I need to spend too much time putting detail on, but yeah. Okay, so there's something weird about the mohawk the way it is, though. Somebody said, I forgot who it was, somebody said to bring it more around the back, which... I think... No, that's not going to work. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I just remove this row here. Is that too steep now? Oh no, that looks good. And then I can just maybe... Is that too... I don't know, the taller mohawk is kind of good, but... Let's see. Maybe I just need another row right here. I don't know. Did I mess it up? Or does it look okay still? We gotta name him. Vote Jeff. Okay. No. Yeah, I don't know. Is Jeff like a mohawk named? Like, would somebody named Jeff have a mohawk? Toothpick wouldn't come out right. You could do it about halfway down the mohawk at the back and make it look a little bit more rounded. Let's see. So you're saying like that? I don't know. I kind of like the Johnny Bravo style where it's just like super flat at the top. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that an improvement at all, or was it better the way? Was that better the way before? Dave. Yeah, it looks better. Okay. Yeah. If everyone's happy with that, then this is well, we got to decide on a name, I guess. Yo, I love you. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, thank you. Bloody buddy. Well, he kind of is a bloody buddy because he's gonna spawn as your ally and then go and like destroy everything. So he actually should be looking like a buddy. That might be too much. All right, I'm gonna stop adding detail before it gets too muddy. I think it's just right. I think it's just right. Just about, anyway. I'm gonna remove this line here. Yeah, I think that's better. Mustache instead of a goatee. I don't know if I can I pull off the mustache? Where would I put it? I don't know. The thing is, I don't have enough room underneath these, I also apparently don't know how to draw a mustache. Oh no! Oh no. Oh wow. Did I just... No way, dude. Give him like the biker handle... Is that a handlebar mustache? Oh no. Oh man, what are you guys putting me up to? How's that look? Is that good? Like the biker blood golem buddy? Hulk Hogan stash? Yeah. Now he's 10 out of 10. Okay. So you were lying to me before when he was 10 out of 10. All right. I think that's basically. Let's see how he looks in here. Dude. He's a little bit McDonald's colored, but I think that's probably fine. Look at him! I don't know, is his name Jeff? He looks more like a Jeff with that mustache, honestly. Oh, that's goofy. That's goofy. He better not have a tiger as a pet. Oh, you know he does. You know he does. Make him give you Big Macs. Okay, so yeah. All right, so he turned out better than expected. We'll put that one as a win. Let me just get him centered here. If you guys have more goofy ideas, let me know, because like this game is not going to take itself seriously at all. So I'm all in for goofy ideas. One of the bosses I actually have as an idea is the lowrider spider. Me and my friend came up with that one day. And so it's just going to be like a spider boss that's in a lowrider, like, you know what I'm talking about. One of those lowrider cars. What happened? Oh. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we got the blood golem now. If you complete the game in the hardest difficulty, Jeff reveals himself being the true mastermind and becomes a boss fight. That's like the, that reminds me of the Jar Jar Binks, like, Star Wars fan theory, where he's like the ultimate Sith Lord. Yeah, I really do want to make a lowrider spider boss. I think it would be so funny. This game is going to be a weird mix of like things being super serious, like the skull enemies in the graveyard, and then just like goofiness. Okay, let's actually implement Jeff. I guess Jeff is the name. If that's the name you guys want, then that's his name. That's his name. We're going to call him Jeff. No, I'm going to call him Blood Golem. Okay, so scenes, game object, entity, Blood Golem. It was supposed to be canon until Disney happened. Yeah. Hamish. That's an interesting name. Okay, so what do we want the Blood Golem to do? Well, first, we need to put our amazing art in there. I'm gonna... You all gave me actually a bunch of content. I think I'm gonna clip that little part of the stream and make it a standalone video on my channel, because that was funny. That was a very, very fun experience. So we might as well share that with the broader YouTube audience. Something got messed up with Jeff here. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Blood Buddy. Blood Buddy is a good one. Rico's a good one. Okay, so let's animate him. Why not? We'll give him the animation first. And I think I want to make it like a slide, so like inching toward, you know, the enemies. So how are we going to accomplish that? I think what it's going to be is it's just going to be... Let's go to our sprite. We're going to take the scale. Create that. And then, so after a quarter of a second, scale that way, then maybe scale just past, you know, the Y here, and then back to 1. That looks kind of okay. And then we loop it. That looks okay. We'll see how it looks in game. The Waffle House has found its new host. Yeah. Yeah. Rico is a good name. He's a tiger guy. Yeah. Hello. Thank you, Pakfu. Thank you so much. Oh, man, I forgot. I should have been recording this locally to my hard drive. Oh well. I have to download the video from YouTube to edit this together, but this is going to be a good one. Okay. So what do I need to do now? Well, he needs to have a script that takes him in the direction of the nearest entity. So we're going to create a state machine. Do we need a state machine? I don't think we need a state machine. Maybe we do. Let's see if we can get away without doing a state machine. Override void process. Probably want some kind of... let's see. Private, we're gonna get a target node here. Node 2D, target node. If not is instance valid target node, then we're going to acquire a target node. Acquire target node. And there's a way that I can get closest enemy to position, yeah. So get nodes and group enemy hurt box. I don't think I should. Okay. Let me think about this for a second. So I have this get closest enemy to position, but this is using sort of a different style of getting the closest thing. Let's see. I'm having a lot of trouble moving forward with my game because of the art. I can't even do pixel art. Your game made me want to keep going, but I always end up feeling down about everything. Yeah, that's normal. So I felt like that too when I started doing pixel art. I think the thing that you should realize is that it's a skill like anything else, and some people are going to have a more natural aptitude for it than others. But I'm certainly not an artist, and there's just a handful of things that I learned that made my art stand out a lot more. So first one is limit your color palette. An exercise that you can do to practice pixel art is use a 1-bit color palette. So just use black and white. And what that exercise will do when you're drawing things is it's going to force you to actually think about how you represent what you're trying to represent in an abstract without introducing all of the complexity of color, right? You just use black and white and then try to make your shapes work well. That is a really useful exercise. I learned a lot from doing that. The other thing is, if you are going to use color, use a limited color palette, because then it sort of narrows the realm of possibility, so you're not you're not getting conflicted about what colors to use, or if you're even choosing the right colors. That's another thing. And then the final thing that I learned that was really, really helpful is that if you're doing shading, you actually want to be hue shifting instead of just making the color darker, right? So if I look at Jeff here, or Rico, or whatever his name is, if I were to just shade like a lot of beginners do, they will just take the red color and then just darken it. And then they will just use that as the shading. And that can work, but one thing that I learned that really made my art start to pop, wow, is you actually do a hue shift. And so you take the red here and you go to like your HSL slider, and for shadows you actually shift it toward purple and blue. And then you use that, and then you can darken it as well. And that's not much of a different color, but the hue shifting towards blue in shadow creates a lot more contrast and looks a lot better. And then you shift toward, I believe, yellow. You shift toward yellow for highlights. So for red, if I wanted to do a highlight, I would just shift it this way and then increase the lightness. And it's actually a different color, right? Anyway, so those are the three things that I did that like supercharged my learning for pixel art, and I'm still not the best pixel artist, but there was a vast improvement when I did those three things. So I hope that helps. I know it was kind of unsolicited, but yeah, asset packs are another good options. Have you ever been in a situation where you're so exhausted with the development of your game, but you still playtest it over and over again, yet there have been no changes made to the game at all? Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, there's that stagnant slog that happens sometimes. It's really hard. I mean, it's just hard to analyze your game and figure out where their flaws are and try to make it feel good and play. And then the other fact is that your game can be fun and you can be totally blind to that because you've played it so much, right? And so all the magic, all the mystery's gone. That's a really hard thing to do too. And that's why the YouTube channel is helpful. So you all saying like that you like the art and that the game looks awesome and that the devlogs are cool. It's kind of like that nice outside perspective that lets me know that I am making progress. I am making something that people are interested in. That helps a lot. So if you can get your game in front of people and get honest feedback, you don't want people to just like validate it, right? You want to get honest feedback, because I think that even when people give harsh criticism, which is always welcome on my videos, by the way. You can give criticism as harsh as you want. That means that people care, right? If people are going to take the time out of their day to say something about your game isn't boring, right? They're seeing something about the game that might frustrate them or that they don't like, but they're doing that because they care. At least that's what I think. I don't know. Why would you leave a comment on a video if you didn't care about the game and you wanted it to fail? I don't know. So get your game in front of people if you can. Ask for honest feedback, and I think that will help with some of that feeling of the game being stagnant and being exhausted with the development. Yeah, pixel art tutorials for sure. Yeah, my color palette is pretty big. I did, so if you guys look at Swordslinger, which is one of the games that I published on Steam, that was like, I think it was 3 colors. It was red, gray, and black and white. And then I started moving up in colors as well. But this one is 64 colors only. And it's not really, I mean, it's 64 distinct colors, but like it's 4 of each kind of color, right? So there's like teal and purple and red. So I really have like 4 options of each type of color or each tone or whatever the art people say. I don't know, man. Soltune's Discord. Yeah. Find pixel art people, communities that can help you. That would help a lot for sure. 50% for darker shadows. Yeah, you're welcome, Felipe. kept editing it a wrong offset weapon. Yeah. All right. Well, enjoy your meal with your family. I don't know if the stream will still be going, but you, of course, are welcome back anytime. All right. Let's get back to animating this guy. Right. Okay. So the thing that I was getting hung up on over here is get closest enemy to position. So maybe I'll rewrite this. Public static node 2D get closest entity to position, and then maybe we'll say faction. And then what I can do is I'll basically just copy this code. Don't worry, I'm not creating duplicate code. I'm gonna remove this one after I change it in here. So we're going to want to get nodes and group the faction component. And then what I'm going to do is say where x.faction is equal to faction. So we're basically getting all of the faction components on the screen and then filtering them out. Perhaps that's not the best way to do it, but premature optimization is the root of all evil. So do things the naive way first, and then if it presents problems, rework it later. That's the way that I try to look at it anyway. It's difficult sometimes. Oh, I can change this to any. So if there's no entity. All right, so we're getting all the entities where the faction matches. Okay. I don't know, should I convert this to an array? Maybe I should. Okay, so the closest entity 0 target position So yeah, I'm just rewriting this basically. So closest distance, target positions, distance squared 2. Closest dot global position. What is going on here? Oh. Faction. So I need this to be a node 2D. Do I need to do another filter? Oh, you know what I need to do actually is I need to filter this out. Yeah, and X owner is node 2D. Select. Oh, that's messy. Whatever. It's fine. So basically what's going on here is getting all the faction components where the faction is the one that I'm looking for, and the owner is a node 2D. Then I'm just selecting that owner and then to array. So now I've got an array of node 2Ds here. Will you be making the music for this game? No, I'll be hiring someone for that. I do play guitar, but I don't know anything about music theory, so I will be paying somebody to do that. Speaking of which, if anyone watching this is a composer or a musician, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, and maybe we can work together. We'll see. I have a problem with your floors. They're shaded and highlighted like a wall of a dungeon. How could you say such a thing to me? They are shaded and highlighted. Yes, that's true. How should I do them to make them better? Just make them darker? Let me know. let me know. All right, so... Okay, so the rest of this code should actually just work. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace target node get closest enemy to position. This is actually returning the hurt box of the enemy, which I think I might be able to replace just fine. Get closest entity to position, args.bullet component, faction dot. Enemy. I don't know why that's not being highlighted. That's odd. Anyway. Let's keep this moving here. I'm just going to replace the last target node equals game utils.get closest entity to position this faction dot enemy player dot global position. I'm just going to assume that works because I basically just copy and pasted it, so... Maybe remove the highlights and leave the shadows, it might work. I'll give that a shot. They look more cartoony with a strong highlight. So I was looking at Enter the Gungeon's floor as sort of like a model of how I should do it. Dungeon. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, so I think... Oh. Can I zoom in on this? Open image in new tab. There we go. Yeah, so you can see here, like, I was kind of trying to emulate this. Obviously, Enter the Gungeon does it better. But they do have a little bit of a highlight. It's not as prominent as mine, so maybe that's what's throwing it off. And they have darker centers as well. Like, the centers look a little bit more grimy. The problem is that I'm on a limited color palette, and so I only have so many options for the floor color. So that's another thing to consider too. But I will definitely play with it. I am not completely happy with really any of the tile sets in the game, so they will probably undergo further revisions. So I will take your advice, Abaddon, if I said your name right, and I'll play around with that highlight and see if I can make it look a little bit more natural, make it look a little bit better. Would you consider making a tutorial for the Tiny Keep map generation algorithm you made, or at least something similar? Been trying to make that in Godot and I've been failing miserably. I can consider it, yeah. I mean, I won't make any promises. The problem is, like, I'm so short on time between all of the various projects that I have going on. So the unfortunate part of that is that a lot of things have to fall by the wayside, including tutorial content. It's something I would like to do, don't get me wrong, but it's just prioritization right now is just not allowing me to do all the things I would like to do. Why are the bullets in this screenshot so small? I don't know. Good question. All right. Jeff is begging to be added to the game, so I'm going to go ahead and keep working on him. So I think I removed everything, so we're just going to assume that this works. If it breaks, oh well, I'll fix it later. Okay. So, yeah. So, is instance valid? We're going to call acquire target node. Target node is equal to game utils. So, we're in Jeff's script now, the blood column. Get closest entity to position. This faction dot. Oops. Enemy. Okay, so we're gonna acquire target node. We're gonna return out of that process. So if the target node is not valid, we're gonna try to grab one, and then on the next frame, we'll try to move toward it. So I am gonna need a velocity component, so let's go ahead and grab that. And I realized that I actually did this wrong. Classic. Dang it, I should have been recording this stream. I'm just thinking about how I can make the blood column video now. How do I code the enemy horde so they don't stick to each other? That is the built-in navigation agent avoidance in Godot. So I don't have to do anything. It's also, since you brought that up, I actually need to create a pathfind component here, and I need to do a velocity component. Okay, so yeah, the pathfind component. So this navigation agent 2D, I just checked the box that says avoidance enabled and then played with some settings. And it does that for me, which is awesome. You can use like steering behaviors, like separation steering behaviors, which are, there's plenty of resources on that online. I'm just wondering in case you get the time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, feel free to always mention and ask for things. I wish I could do it. I wish I could promise you that I could do it, but I can't, unfortunately. But yeah, please keep suggesting things. Does not do any harm to let me know what you guys want to see. I'm attempting to do the same generation, but without triangulation because GDScript is poopy. We don't have that in Unity 2D. Oh, gotta switch to Godot. Gotta switch to Godot. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm just teasing. Can you hear my cat screaming? Hopefully not. Okay. So yeah, we need to change this type to a character body 2D floating. Okay. Collision shape 2D. I gotta figure out how to reduce the amount of time it takes me to set all of this up as well. Here we go. That'll be fine. We'll just make that invisible so I don't have to see it. Did I hear cat? You did hear cat. Oh. I'm streaming. You have to stop. Oh my goodness. They're hungry. Okay. I'm implementing Jeff. Shut up. Okay. So, yeah, we want the pathfind component here. So we got the pathfind component. What's going to go on in here is we're going to say pathfind component dot set target position, target node dot global position. We're going to say velocity component dot move this. Pathfind component dot follow path. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. So follow path Yeah, I've got the velocity component here. What is our max speed? Let's do 125, acceleration coefficient of 5. I'm sorry that the cat is being annoying. What are you doing? What? Gosh, so chatty. What app am I using for pixel art? I make a cat companion, I could. What app am I using for pixel art? It's called Asprite. It's probably the best pixel art software that you can get anywhere, and it's 15 buckos. Well, 15 US buckos. I don't know what it's like. It's on Steam, so I imagine it has like the regional pricing. I think this is basically all I needed to do here. So what I need to do now is in my Blood Golem passive, I need to add a resource preloader. And resource preloader is just something that I like to do basically as a store. So what you can do is you can do like an export packed scene, but I like to use a resource preloader to throw the scenes that I need to instance in there. Because then I get the benefit of it loading any of the resources that I might be using. I don't know. I don't really know what the resource preloader is for, honestly. Just seems like a nice repository of scenes and whatnot. Okay, so Golem is equal to resource preloader dot instance scene or null Blood Golem. Okay, we're going to say this dot get main dot entities dot add child golem, and then we're going to say golem dot global position is equal to entity dot global position. And I think that's basically all we need to do. Oh, I need to check if the entity has the bleed status as well. So var status component is equal to entity.getFirstNodeOfType status receiver component if not status component dot has. Do I not have a way to check if the status receiver has a status? Oh, has status right there, yeah. And then this is going to be the bleed status dot scene path. And we're going to return out of that. Cool. All right, so we're checking if the faction is enemy, we're checking if bleed exists on the enemy, and then we're going to instance the golem if all of that works. All the triangulation libraries are really bad, so I've just made a normal minimum spanning tree of the rooms, but now I need to somehow add lines to MST without intersecting any lines, and it ain't good for my health. Yeah, I struggled with that a lot. I found I don't know what language you're using, but I found a C# library called Delaney or Delani or whatever it's called, triangulation, and I let the library do that for me. I think, doesn't Godot have... I think Godot has it now too. Yeah, triangulate Delaney. I don't know if you tried this, but... Oh, it takes like a packed int32 array. Probably very tricky, but it does have a function for that. So maybe you could use that. If you know someone that has it. It's also free if you know someone that has it. You didn't hear that from me though. Yeah, yep. They do make good software, yeah. $34.95 SR from me. So is that a little bit under $10 US then? Based on your donation earlier, your kind donation. All right, let's see. By the way, guys, if you do want to support my work, the best way to do that is to go and buy one of my games on Steam or itch.io. And the reason I say it's the best way to do it is because it counts as a game sale for me, so I can brag about it. But also, you get something out of it, right? If you want to support me, go and buy one of my games. You'll be getting me money, and you'll be getting a game out of it. So it's like, I think it's like a win-win, right? All right, let's see if this works. Let's see if the Jeffs spawn. Okay, so we're gonna add the passive blood golem. There's Jeff, go! There's another Jeff, so many Jeffs. So obviously he's not doing anything yet, but this is the bare bones implementation. Look at him go. All right, so we obviously need this animation player. It's not playing for some reason. We need to instantiate a facing component. Node to scale. Let's create a new visuals node. Visuals. Okay, facing component, we're gonna scale the visuals node. Aim component reference, use player's reference, nope. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and add that in here, so... Perfect. Welcome back, Crystal. You did make it back before the stream ended. 34.95 equals 931. Yes, I was like right on the money. Buy his Udemy course is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you guys can also do that if you want to learn about Godot development. Hopefully, all right, so you didn't hear it from me, but I think once Godot 4 hits release candidate, I'm going to make another Udemy course, and the Udemy course is going to revolve around making a survivors-like game. So like Vampire Survivors, because that's a very hit genre right now. I can cover a lot of new stuff that I haven't covered already in the 2D platformer course, and it's kind of already what I'm doing with this game. So, and I think a lot of people would like that. 2D survivor style game in the Godot engine. I think I'm going to do that, but we'll see. We'll see if I have the time to do it. I want to do it, but we'll see. Already got 2 people that would love it. All right. Cover basic pixel art. See, the problem with that is I don't really consider myself an authority of any kind on pixel art, and so I wouldn't feel right, you know, saying in a paid course, here's what you need to do. I appreciate your confidence in me though. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I think I'm just gonna use Kenny assets again. Those are awesome. Why is this not working? Oh, I gotta change this. Right. Wait a minute. Why does this look weird? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, it's fixed now. Cover machine states. I think I did that in the 2D platformer course, but there will be state machines in that one anyway, so I will definitely do that. That function returns a pool array that is messy to work with. Yeah, I believe that. Returns the chords of each point of each triangle, so I need to turn that into vectors and then into a tree. That's annoying. Yeah, it could work. It could work. Well, I wish you luck. Yeah, last ditch, you could just go to a library that implements it and copy the implementation and translate it into the language you're using. GD script, right? But, okay. We're very nearly done with Jeff here. Very nearly. Right, so I think he's moving toward the enemy now. So what we want to do is we want to make him explode. So he's going to go up to the enemy, he's going to shake violently, and then explode. So let's see if we can get that done, like, really quick. Oh, I forgot to add the passive. Okay, so he is not... Look at him go! I love it. He is not moving or animating fast enough, though, so I'm going to condense this animation. So... 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Maybe this animation just won't match the linear movement. I might have to do... Here's what I can do. Something really simple. Watch this. This is going to be great. So, we're going to create a Boolean. Private Boolean is moving. Watch this, watch this, watch this. So if I do is moving, then I'm going to say if is moving. Do that. Otherwise, velocity component dot decelerate. So we stop. Follow path. Right. So I want to move this to the top of my process method because I always want to apply the movement from the velocity component. And we'll move the follow path down there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a private void set is moving. Bool is moving. Is moving is equal to moving. Watch how cool this is going to be. So we build this. And then what I do is I add a function call track in here. And we're going to call set is moving. And so he's going to move when he slides like this. And then when he bounces up, I'm going to set it to false, right? So set is moving to on. And then here, we're going to do it again. And we're going to set it to off. So now he's going to be moving in that herky-jerky fashion that looks like he's launching himself along the ground. I think. We'll see. That doesn't appear to be working. I think it's maybe because the acceleration coefficient is not high enough. So if I set it to like 100, it probably will become a lot more obvious. Yeah, there he goes. Look at him slide. Okay, so obviously that acceleration coefficient is a little bit too high. Now I'm thinking that animation is a little bit too fast. Gee dang it. Maybe do it real fast. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I think I need the higher acceleration coefficient. Turn up his movement speed as well. Jeff Manser builds, yes! Welcome the Crazy Ed, welcome Fury Code. Good to see you both. I'm doing a top-down melee, but I'm starting in Godot 4 too. Nice. Yeah, Godot 4, how are you liking it so far? I am using the current version of Godot utilities in Godot 4. There's a branch on that repository that is the Godot 4 branch. You'll have to build from source because I haven't published a Godot 4 version yet. But if you want to build from source, you can do that. Will he leave a trail? Yes, probably. So the things that I want to get done before I stop the stream for tonight is I want to make him explode and then also leave a blood trail. Why does that not look good? Something's wrong. Let's see, can I just do spawn blood golem? Nice. Okay, that's looking better, I think. Yeah, let's see if that works. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I want to add a shadow component as well. Not the shadow back buffer, shadow component. And put that there. Like a little radius of 7 maybe. Look at him go! Oh, that's gonna be so funny. Game looks great. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. I think it looks strange because it's moving as soon as the animation starts, but it should be moving when it snaps back from stretching out. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. Good call. Let's see if this works. Does that look better? What do you guys think? I was kind of thinking like maybe it was looking weird. I was thinking like he's sliding along the ground, so he like compresses and then slithers and then pops back up, but maybe that wasn't being conveyed properly. Looks better. Maybe like a frame or two earlier. That's kind of, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too. Maybe I just like offset this just a little bit. In before we spend the next half hour trying to get the movement just right. Also, I need to disable the... Okay, yeah, I like that. That looks cool. The other trick that you can do, especially when you have a lot of entities, is, so I've got this animation player, right? If you've got a lot of entities playing the same animation, one trick that I discovered, or that I didn't discover it, one trick that I applied that I thought worked really well is you take the animation player and you take the playback speed, which is a multiplier, and you set it to a random value that's within a small range. So I do RNG rand F range, and I'll do between 0.9 and 1.1. And so the animation will either randomly be up to 10% faster or up to 10% slower. And just that little bit works really well to add variety, especially when you have a lot of the same enemies that are all animating together, or a lot of entities rather. So you're not going to see them being like in lockstep. Freaking Jeff. Okay. I have to disable the layer on him because I was colliding. Cool. Let's make him explode. So we need an explosion animation. So let's create a new explosion. And we're going to do the classic, let's see. So I want to like vibrate them back and forth just really quick. Snap them back and forth. Let's see. Position. So let's see, -1. Then we'll go all the way up to 1. Then up to -1 again. Maybe make it more obvious. And probably want to do faster intervals as well. So this is -2, that's +2. So we're going to swing it back to 0.08, 0.12. And then what's after 0.24? Whoops. Dang it. That's perfect. And by perfect, I mean set that to 0. So this is a 0.3 second animation. We're also going to want to up the scale. So I wonder if this can just be like a straight up increase in scale here. That might work. Maybe we go further in the Y at first. I really don't like how those scales are locked in the newest Godot 4. That's kind of annoying. So up and then maybe snap down. So 1. Trying to make him look a little bit like jelly. No, that doesn't look good. Okay, well, we'll just stick it at just a straight grow. That's fine. Okay, and then let's create probably want to create an explode method. Going to need a resource preloader. Does the node automatically make the variable set to the node? It does, yes. I have a repository Godot utilities, so github.com/firebelly. You can look at the code there. It uses reflection to set the node automatically. Okay, so I need a resource preloader because I'm going to have circle explosion. I'm just going to copy some code. I need to make a factory or something for these explosions, but not today. That's something to refactor later. What is my radius going to be? Maybe like a tile. So we'll give it a tile radius, set thickness. That's probably okay. Inner explosion dot set color. We need that red color. Okay. And then I need to explosion.configure collision area, float radius. Radius is enemy equals false. And there's a signal here, I think. How do I configure the damage? Explosion created circle. Explosion created, let's see. Circle explosion set damage, okay. So I'm just gonna set the damage to something ridiculous right now. 1,000. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this and then call that explosion in here. Explode. Cool. And then I need to switch to the explosion animation when I get within distance of an enemy. So I probably am going to want a state machine here. So private delegate state machine. State machine equals new. State machine dot add states, state normal. State machine dot add states, state exploding, enter state exploding. So these are all my states. State machine dot set initial state, state normal. And then this is a delegate state machine, so I just have to define functions, and the functions themselves act as the states. So state normal is basically just going to be this. And then in the process, call state machine update, so it updates every frame. State exploding. Oh. So in here, animation player dot play explosion. And then I'm gonna say velocity component dot decelerate in here. All right, if all went well, then it should work. Go, little golem. Go, little Jeff. Oh, wait. It's not gonna work because I never wrote a condition for it to change state. So if global position distance squared to target node dot global position is less than half radius times half radius, then we're going to do state machine, change state, state exploding. Cool. Let's see how that looks. Pretty simple. We're probably going to add a lifetime to him too, so he doesn't stick around forever. Catch up to him. Wow. Oh, it's not even working. Did I do something wrong? What did I do wrong here? If global position distance squared to less than half radius, change state, state exploding. When I enter state exploding, I should be playing this explosion. There's no debug errors. Why isn't that working? Let me just try this. Maybe the radius is too small. Oh, that worked. He exploded. I'll play with the thickness of that circle real quick. So yeah, the radius must be too small. That thickness doesn't look right either. I've had so many problems with this circle explosion just being so difficult to work with. I mean, it works, so... That's what I should be seeing in the game, but that's not what I'm actually seeing. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, it looks like my math is wrong. The thickness should be constant, even when the radius changes, but that's not the case. Okay, well, that's an issue for me to fix then. Okay, I will fix that later. Let me log that as a bug real quick. Okay. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so the blood golem, maybe I'll give him a bigger radius here. And then we'll say half radius. Let's see if that works. And I'm gonna increase his speed actually. Oh, wow, got him. They're all chasing after the same guy. Come this way. Oh. Haha. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna say that explosion is good. I'm gonna need to probably calculate what damage he should do because, like, I don't really know what the damage should be. Yeah, so I wanted to add a trail and everything, but I'm actually getting pretty tired here. So I think I'm gonna call the stream right there, but yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Making the blood golem, getting everything implemented. So let me just look through this really quick. Make sure I didn't do anything too stupid. Okay, looks good. So I'll definitely add more like particle trails and explosion effects to him as well, but that's the blood golem basically, so I love this guy, yeah. Yeah, he's great. Cool. All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a fun stream, long stream. Sorry for the drop earlier on, but got a lot done, and I'm feeling really good about this little blood golem guy, so yeah. All right, say hi to the cats. I will. They're gonna get fed right after this. See you next time with Jeff content, yes. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Subscribe. Well, this is subscribers chat, but if anyone's watching that's not subscribed, subscribe. And gonna have some exciting news on the game very soon. All right, good night, everyone, and see you in the next one.